line, right? Excuse me one second. Okay, wow. Another Google alert. Okay, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I don't understand why any person would come on reality TV when they have done things in the past or are currently doing things that they don't want to be found out. Why? And then to give someone a reason to expose you in the line, right? Excuse me one second. Okay, wow. Another Google alert. Okay, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I don't understand why any person would come on reality TV when they have done things in the past or are currently doing things that they don't want to be found out. Why? And then to give someone a reason to expose you in the line, right?
Hello. Thought I'd get on here real quick and talk about the confessionals that Miss Moore, Miss Kenya Moore hair care that she done. She done had drug us all along from the 15th all the way to what day was that? The 19th? Yeah, the 19th. And I will say, I'm going to give her props. Kenya comes off as very likable, because I don't like her on the show. I don't like the character she plays, but she comes across as very likable. And only thing I would say, her receipts weren't quite receipting at all because we already see most of the stuff on social media. But she did share with us a couple of things, like, for instance, what Britt has said about having the pow for people like her or bitches like her, and we already saw the videos from, I don't know how long ago they were, about her saying that she takes her pow everywhere she goes. So, what did y'all think about what y'all think about the confessions? Because at first I was like, is this 21 questions? What's going on here? So she starts out by saying they tried to quoting, first of all, quoting Kendrick Lamar. They try to rig the game, but can't fake the influence. I think I wrote it down right, but you know what I mean. They not like us. So she was letting you know she tried to rig the game, but they can't fake the influence. And Britt just ain't getting it. She ain't that girl. She's not. And her little friend already let us know she wasn't that girl because she didn't even have a stylist. And we saw that on, what is this, episode 7? So she brought her stylist in to share. So, but I don't know. The confessionals, she talked about what Portia had said, made the claim that one of the housewives that's still on the show gave her the pictures or the pictures or the screenshot of the video. She said no. Her PI got that information from the porn sites. Kenya, what porn site was that? And what name is Britt going under? Because that Britt tell it, she's only did webcam. I guess that's the old school version of OnlyFans. And she only did it with a woman. So I don't know, Britt. All I will say is Kenya, she took ownership of what she done and she realized, this probably wasn't the right thing. I don't think Kenya's trying to get her job back. Because if she was, she wouldn't even be doing these confessionals. She wouldn't have said all the other stuff she had said. She delayed back and I think she probably got other things going on. Probably hate to lose a check, but I know I couldn't go back to a job that fired me. Not for them to give me they asked to kiss at the end again. No. Kenya, don't be Sheree. So when we're finding out that the information came from a porn site, so it wasn't from Ming Ling or Drew Sidor. Okay, so it wasn't from them. She also explains that, hey, had this happened on Beverly Hills, Britt wouldn't even be here. That's the truth. Them old ladies over there is not going to have this, what we're going to call Britt. Gangster boo-boo or gangster not gangster. They would not have tolerated that. She would have probably made it to her car. And then she talked about the investigation that they did. We saw when Gangster Boo Boo was out there, or Gangster Not Gangster, was out there going off, talking about this ain't Hollywood and all this stuff. She said, get this mic off of me. So she was already leaving. So she left the scene. She said that, Kenya said that her and Portia, I guess because they still were mic'd up, so they did not leave. They came back, and she said she went and talked to production. She went through her chain of command. And she talked to them and let them know. I don't think she was just terrified, but like she said, she don't know this bitch. I don't know if she didn't say it like that. That's the way I said it. She don't know her because Kenya seemed very demure. I like Kenya on YouTube. I do. But she was just letting it know that, let it be known that she went and did all the things that she should have done to report and how she felt about the situation. And so they did their little investigation, but hey, if she had one on her and when she left and came back, or when they went to her or whatever, if it's no longer in her purse, what could they say? Oh, we never saw one. But she talked all that stuff popping off all that mouth for nothing. Because we seen Kenya at work. We seen her. We seen her take that job she got. She took it as, I'm going to do my job to the fullest extent, like Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly, I bet you I like Dr. Heavenly. I bet you she is not the character she portrays on Married to Medicine. So, she talks about that, and she said when Britt came on the show, she wasn't doing anything. Her husband was, her relationship wasn't look like it, it wasn't giving, any interest, her life was just looking like everybody else, it was just kind of boring. Nothing excitement going on, no exciting things going on. So she was looking for her moment. And what she did, she said, I'm going to make my moment with Kenya. Because, the things that she kept saying that Kenya was doing to her was just ridiculous. Kenya shaded her little ring. It wasn't little, But, about the ring. But when it was light shade, very light. And if that light shade was too much for you, girl, you need to be on, what's that, on Zeus. Be over there fighting with Krishan and them. That's where you need to be. Be over there with them. You're not giving housewives at all. So she goes on to say that she was invited and uninvited to the reunion. So we know she's not coming. Only way she's probably coming, I wouldn't come at all. But the only way she probably would get back here if this season is doing worse than they ever thought. I know those ratings were down. And I don't know how they're going to go, because the only one that seems like the stirring the pot or kind of standing on business right now is Angela to me. So who knows? Because Britt ain't doing nothing. She's not giving anything at all. Nothing about her is interesting, really. We don't know nothing. We don't see her at work, or maybe she don't work. I don't know. So those are the things. And only thing I would say, King, you could have told us, or either gave us the name of the porn site or her porn name, because Kenya said she don't watch porn. So, but her PI got this information. You could have gave us a little bit more receipts. That's the only thing I would say. I mean, other than that, it was pretty good. I listened to it. I think I listened to it a couple times. I think, I just was kind of irritated. She did it over the resurrection weekend. I said, goodness, we had to wait on Good Friday night to get a minute and 50 seconds. And then she gave us 30 minutes on Saturday. So, I'm pretty sure she had to edit some things out, trying to make sure that she didn't cross any, burn any bridges, basically, or throw a bomb on the bridges with, probably her and NBC Universal and Bravo. But I thought, it was a pretty good confessional. She, she stated that all the things that she have done, and said that her and Kim Fields had made amends. And she talked about the things that she did to Phaedra, because that's what started me not liking her. Because I'm like, is she really trying to get with this woman's husband? I mean, it was great TV, but I just didn't like it. So, she went on, and she even talked about how people were trying to compare when she talked about using her bang bang, which is in her closet, that she might have to pop somebody in the ass, so, talking about Phaedra. But like she stated, had this been Drew or Portia, somebody with something to lose, she would have handled things differently. She said, but I don't know her. I don't know her, and I don't even know why she's fired up. She don't know. So she just said, hey, if you didn't got some, something in the past, something that you didn't did that you don't want nobody to know, but it's out there, why do you go on reality TV? Because she informed us that she was a video vixen. We just didn't know she was the webcam vixen. I don't know. Somebody said she was in the Yin Yang Twins video, an extra. I don't know what other video she could have been in other than what she was doing in her 20s with her webcam. She said she made a lot of money that week. You think in your 20s and you make a lot of money in 1 week, but you only did it for a week? We find all that out in this episode. So I just said, let me pop on here real quick before we're going live at 8:15. Myself and Brandy Janae to review episode, I think this is 7. What is it called? Nashville Hold'em. So we'll be reviewing that. But I thought, let me give you my thoughts, because I was too busy having a cowgirl weekend at my brother-in-law cowboy party. I said, I ain't got time to be trying to pop in and out online. But tell me what your thoughts were. What do you think the confessionals did for her? I don't think it did anything for her, but it was good. Something's good to know. And one thing I did like, she's a very she seems like a very likable person online. So if she decides to go and do more stuff on YouTube, because she went from 5,000 to over 30,000 subscribers now on that YouTube page, I think she'll be like the next Candy Speaker on it. So she says she came here with season 16 looking to be the mother over the women, because she said she's been on there. She said so many years. I'm just adding them up. She must have been counting all them years, even when they went filming. I don't know, because it didn't make sense to me, but whatever. Because she started out season 5. We on season 16. So I know she's been on there 11 seasons. That's the way I count. But she said some other number. But Kenya, she's talked about the things she does in her spa and how she gets in and have to work. She even did a little commercial, talked about her edge, more edges or something like that, and you can purchase it. But all in all, I said it was a good confessionals, and I'm looking forward to her next video. But I don't know how the season is going to go. But I think Mrs. Oakley, she's about to put in the work. Because I don't know what Britt is too busy. I don't know. I wish Kenya would have still been. I wish she wouldn't have went out like that. And she said she did apologize. But I don't know. How you think she should have handled it? I just thought she should have did it in another place. I wouldn't have took. But I guess she wanted to make sure that her spa was shown. They showed it, sister, but we just don't know what all the spa do. We don't know it all. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you guys think. I'm going to pop off of here because I got to get back on here at 8:15. 8:15. We're going to be doing reviewing episode 7. So I'll see y'all then. And I'm going to get on up out of here. All right. Bye-bye.
Line, right? Excuse me 1 second. Okay, wow. Another Google alert. Okay, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I don't understand why any person would come on reality TV when they have done things in the past or are currently doing things that they don't want to be found out. Why? And then to give someone a reason to expose you.